From expensive houses and exotic cars to priceless works of art, the world's wealthy sure know how to splurge on the most expensive things to fuel their passions. And I think we can all agree that the splurges of the wealthy are always interesting. But what is more interesting are the expensive and sometimes weird collections that the ultra-rich spend money on to accumulate. But hey, if you've got the money, who's to say whether you can or cannot buy anything? In today's video, we will take a look at the top 10 most expensive collections owned by the wealthy, from the regular art collection to the totally absurd typewriters. And don't be surprised if some of these collections shock you. They sure did us. Alright, let's get to it. 10. Todd Ray's two-headed animal collection. Some people are known to collect bugs and butterflies, but Todd Ray takes his collection to another level. The Grammy Award-winning producer held the Guinness World Record for having the largest collection of two-headed animals in the world. He produced a series called The Freak Show, and his show was known for its large collection of two-headed animals. At the time, Ray collected a two-headed raccoon, a two-headed chicken, a two-headed pig, and other odd animals such as a rooster with 3 legs, a pig with 2 mouths, a pig with 8 legs, 4 ears, and 2 tails. He owns more than 22 different specimens and has spent over $150,000 in obtaining these animals for his collection. Aside from his live collection, Ray also has some preserved two-headed specimens in his collection. Number 9. Tom Hanks's typewriter collection. We all love Tom Hanks for his lovable roles in films such as Forrest Gump, Toy Story, and The Green Mile. But what if I told you Tom Hanks had a secret obsession with typewriters? That's right, Tom Hanks owns over 250 typewriters. According to him, what thrills him about typewriters is that they are meant to do one thing and one thing only, and with the tiniest amount of effort and maintenance, they will last 1,000 years. Hanks' love for typewriters started at a young age when he was given a plastic one by a friend. But after he was shown what a real typewriter looked like and what it could do, there was no going back. At the age of 19, Hanks bought a Hermes 2000, and that typewriter became the first in a long collection of typewriters that he would own. Hanks' Hermes 2000 sparked a deep appreciation for the humble machines. Up till now, he loves the sound it makes, but he also enjoys the sheer physical pleasure of typing. Some of his vintage typewriters include an Olympia model SM8 German typewriter from the 1960s, a 1946 vintage L.C. Smith Corona, and a Robin's Egg Blue Royal Quiet Deluxe from 1955. Number 8. Leonardo DiCaprio's action figure collection. Celebrities and wealthy people are known to splurge on whatever they can buy, and while some collect cars or watches or typewriters, Leonardo DiCaprio has an expensive action figure collection. The famous actor maintains a large collection of action figures and collectible figures, such as vintage Star Wars figures, rare He-Man figures, the A-Team collectible figures, and Planet of the Apes figures. DiCaprio sold part of his collection years ago, but there was a time he owned over 150 Star Wars figures. One of the most expensive pieces in his collection was a vinyl Cape Jawa that cost about $18,000. It's hard to say how much his total collection is worth, but with the thousands of dollars he spends on rare toys, we know he has an expensive collection. 7. Bruce Pascal's Hot Wheels collection. If you are a toy car enthusiast, then the brand Hot Wheels is no visitor to the toy car business. The brand has put out all kinds of toy cars, from Fast and Furious to Forza Motorsport branded sports cars. Bruce Pascal owns over 3,500 Hot Wheels in his collection, which he began collecting at the age of 7 when his parents brought him his first Hot Wheels. Today, Pascal's Hot Wheels toy car collection is worth more than $1 million. Some of his Hot Wheels still have their original packaging, while others are left open. His most valuable Hot Wheels toy car is the pink rear loader Beach Bomb, which is valued at $150,000. In his collection, Pascal also owns some other notable models, such as the supercharged VW Beetles, an orange C3 convertible, Mustangs, Chargers, and a gold-coloured Porsche 930 911. Aside from the 3,500 Hot Wheels he owns, Pascal also owns the historic sketches of the cars, parts, and even storage solutions branded by Mattel. Number 6. Kylie Jenner's handbag collection. If diamonds are a girl's best friend, then designer bags must be a girl's best companion. And Kylie Jenner, the world's youngest self-made billionaire, has hundreds of them. The young billionaire has over 400 designer handbags in her closet at her Hidden Hills mansion, and they include top-of-the-line designers such as Hermes, Birkins, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, and Fendi. Many of them are collector's items like the three-tone, extremely rare Hermes Birkin bag that is worth about $100,000 that she got for her birthday. Only 3 of these bags were ever made, and so we're talking super-duper rare here. Kylie buys some of these designer bags as investments and treats them like works of art. Well, they are. With over 400 designer handbags, Kylie Jenner's handbag collection is worth over $1 million. Number 5. Michel-Jack Chasseuil's private wine collection. Every worker fantasizes about the end of the day when they can just go home, kick back, relax and drink a glass of wine. The only fault in this fantasy is that you have to buy the wine on your way home. But what if you had an entire wine cellar underneath your house? Well, Michel-Jack Chasseuil owns the world's most prestigious wine collection. Chasseuil's private wine collection boasts over 50,000 bottles of fine wine. He even built a 3,700-foot space just to house his collection. You can visit his wine museum, but for the price of $600, and this price does not include tastings. His collection has plenty of hard-to-get vintages from Chateau de Crème, Cheval Blanc, and Coche Jury. He also owns 2 bottles of 1949 Domaine de la Romanée Conti that he bought in the late 90s for €1,500. He has a Petrus 1914 Merlot, a 3.5 litres 1732 Armagnac, and other rare vintages. But what's most interesting is that Chasseuil does not drink from his collection, he just collects and keeps them. No wonder his large private wine collection is worth around $40 to $50 million. The French tycoon has suffered many offers from other collectors to buy his collection and even threats to his life. However, Chasseuil insists on keeping his Louvre of wine in his homeland. Number 4. Patrick Getreide's collection of watches. If you are rich, then one obvious way you can splurge is by buying watches. I mean, just look at some of our favorite celebrities like Drake, Jay-Z, Floyd Mayweather, or Ed Sheeran. They have an impressive collection of watches. But if you own over 600 watches, then it is safe to say that you have one of the most expensive collections ever owned. And that is what Patrick Getreide, a French businessman and owner of the Oak collection, can boast of. Clearly, he has taken watch collecting to another level. Getreide's Oak collection, which stands for one of a kind, has been assembled for over 30 years, and his large collection has over 600 watches, with a vast majority of them being exclusive Patek Philippe watches that are hard to find on the market. Aside from Patek Philippe's watches, the watch collector also owns 16 Nolauses, 7 Vautelans, a plethora of the rarest Rolex, and a few high-end independents like the French-Swiss brand F.P. Journe. Getreide got hooked on horology from the early age of 10 when he spotted an Omega in a shop, and as he grew up he began collecting only rare watches that were produced in small numbers. His collection is worth over €300 million, and he graciously put his collection on display. He believes that since not everyone can afford these world-class watches, the least they can do is be able to look at them. Number 3. Arikawa Kazumo's jewelry collection. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about having a vast collection of gems and jewelry? Well, I have. But for Arikawa Kazumo, the man with the most valuable jewelry you never knew existed, he doesn't have to daydream, it's his reality. Arikawa, the Japanese celebrity jeweler, owns the biggest jewelry collection in the world, with a value of over $500 million. His collection consists of mainly Western jewelry, including 1,000 museum-quality pieces. According to a jewellery historian, Arikawa also owns the cream of the 18th and 19th century royal jewels across Europe. He is an avid collector of tiaras that he is said to have single-handedly caused a spike in their value, and now he has over 170 tiaras in his collection. His personal collection boasts more than 800 pieces across the history of Western jewellery, from the Mesopotamians through distinguished European royal collections to exceptional collections of the Art Nouveau and Art Deco periods. His most famous pieces include a 24-carat emerald-encrusted guitar worth $2.5 million and a 36-carat diamond necklace. As a celebrity jeweler, he has A-list celebrities in his clientele, including Kate Middleton, Naomi Campbell, and Victoria Beckham. Number 2. Ezra and David Nahman's art collection. The most expensive art collection is owned by Syrian-born Jewish brothers Ezra and David Nahman. Ezra and David boast the world's largest private collection of paintings, including paintings of the famed master Pablo Picasso. But what's crazy is that neither of these two men are even art lovers. They simply collect art as investments to be sold for profit. And who can blame them when they have backgrounds in investment banking? They were among the first to be interested in the later works of Picasso. To them, art was not just an attraction, but a financial safe haven, which is why during the collapse of the art market in the 1970s and early 1980s, they acquired elite artworks in bulk. The brothers had an enormous collection of art, between 4,500 to 5,000 pieces, with paintings, sculptures, and other pieces from renowned artists such as Renoir, Matisse, Monet, Rothko, and Picasso. To house their very expensive artworks, the brothers built a 15,000 square feet duty-free building near Geneva Airport. Their collection boasts over 300 paintings of Picasso that are worth over $1 billion, and their entire art collection is worth somewhere between $3 billion and $4 billion. 1. Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah's car collection. When you are the supreme leader of an oil-producing country with more than enough money than you know what to do with, then growing the world's largest car collection can become a legitimate hobby when you're bored. This is the story of the 29th Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah. With over 7,000 cars worth more than $5 billion in his private garage, the Sultan has managed to keep his unbelievable car collection from prying eyes. The Sultan has about 600 Rolls-Royce in his collection, with models that are secret, customized, and technically don't even exist in Rolls-Royce's lineup. That is how exclusive his collection is. He owns 6 specially commissioned Bentley Dominators. There's also the 1996 Bentley Buccaneer, Bentley Camelot, Phoenix, Imperial, Rapier, Pegasus, Silverstone, and Spectra. These nameplates were specially made for the Sultan. Aside from his bespoke Bentleys, the Sultan has about 380 Bentleys. Other cars in his collection include specially commissioned Ferraris such as the 456 GT Venice, an F90 supercar, and the 1995 FX. He also owns 10 of the McLaren F1, Jaguar XJ220, a one-off BMW NASCAR M12, and a Bugatti EB110, along with thousands of other powerful machines, all which are notable due to their rarity value. So, what do you think about these expensive collections? Are you thinking about starting yours? Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments below. For more interesting videos like this, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another upload. Thank you very much for watching.